have to ask, are you cool with what aired last night?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it was actually airing last night. I mean, I've been seeing ads with my face all over the place, and I'm thinking, gee, I'm not in that one. I didn't see it. I heard it's a suicide. So that doesn't make me want to rush to go see it.
The Yellowstone universe has been rocked by shocking twists and devastating losses, but none was more thunderous than the fate of its iconic patriarch, John Dutton. And now, Kevin Costner, arguably the soul of the series, has broken his silence. Why hasn't he watched the latest episode? What does he think about John's death? And what could this mean for the future of Season 5? Stick around as we unpack Kevin Costner's candid reaction, the jaw-dropping events of Season 5. Kevin Costner reacts to John Dutton's death on Yellowstone. Kevin Costner has finally addressed the dramatic death of his character, John Dutton, in the second half of Yellowstone Season 5. Speaking on the Michael Smerconish program on Sirius XM, the actor revealed he hasn't watched the episode and doesn't plan to, despite the intense buzz surrounding the series. "I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it was actually airing last night," Costner admitted. "That's a swear-to-God moment. I swear to God. I mean, I've been seeing ads with my face all over the place, and I'm thinking, gee, I'm not in that one. I'm not in this season." Costner further explained, "I didn't see it. I heard it's a suicide, so that doesn't make me want to rush to go see it." When Smerconish noted that John Dutton didn't seem like the kind of character to die by suicide, Costner responded, "Well, they're pretty smart people. Maybe it's a red herring. Who knows? They're very good, and they'll figure that out." As fans of the series know, John's death was not a suicide, but a meticulously planned assassination orchestrated by Sarah Atwood, Don Olivieri. Costner also touched on his departure from the show, shedding light on the reasons behind his absence from the second half of Season 5. "There were contractual things that would allow for both things to be done," he said, referencing his work on his film project Horizon and Yellowstone. "But because both things were contractual, you had to make room for the other thing. There was room, but it was difficult for them to keep their schedule. It seemed to be, it was just too difficult for them to do it." Clarifying his stance, he added, "I didn't leave. I didn't quit. Everybody has to live up to what they say they're going to do, and it doesn't matter what business you're in." The real cause of John Dutton's death. The latest episode of Yellowstone provided the long-awaited answer to one of the season's most shocking mysteries, the true cause of John Dutton's death. Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone and the dramatic death of his character, John Dutton III, truly caused an emotional uproar and outrage among fans. The unexpected turn the beloved Paramount series took left audiences stupefied and well beyond disappointed. But for the two-time Oscar-winning actor, the backlash is part of the storytelling process. Fans have a voice in things, and they choose to follow stuff, Costner told E! News during the 2024 Governor's Awards on November 17th. His death was dramatically revealed through a haunting flashback, and because of how unexpected it was, had the whole series fandom in shock. And yeah, it did also set the stage for a high-stakes showdown among the remaining Duttons. In the episode, John Dutton met his end in a plot orchestrated by Sarah Atwood, played by Don Olivieri, the girlfriend of his estranged son, Jamie Dutton, Wes Bentley, and this was a particularly shocking moment for fans. But despite the controversy, Costner seems so unconcerned with the fact that a lot of changes were made in the storyline. "They do what they want to do. That's fine with me," he added. The episode began with a glimpse into John's final hours, contrasting his situation with scenes of Beth, Kelly Riley, and Rip, Cole Hauser, sharing a bittersweet moment in Amarillo, Texas. While the pair planned their next move, John remained in Montana at the governor's mansion, completely unaware of the imminent danger. A group of operatives dressed in black infiltrated the mansion, subdued John, killed him, and staged his death to look like a suicide. They injected an unidentified substance into his foot and carefully arranged the scene to erase any trace of foul play. The shocking precision of the murder was a clear proof of the depth of Sarah Atwood's hate for the Dutton patriarch, and the length she was willing to go to eliminate him. The scene showing John's death left fans in shock and disbelief. One viewer shared their heartbreak, saying, "I feel like I just watched my grandpa get murdered." Another wrote, "John Dutton has lived through so much, and that's how he dies? Bruh." As John's life was brutally taken, his children sensed something was wrong. Beth, in particular, was overwhelmed by a sudden feeling of unease and called Rip, her voice trembling with urgency as she insisted she felt something was off. Meanwhile, almost simultaneously, a state trooper discovered John's lifeless body, initially assuming the death was a suicide. However, fans quickly realized the trooper was clueless about the well-executed murder, which had been carried out flawlessly by the shadowy group hired by Sarah Atwood, Dawn Olivieri. Viewers were left reeling after the devastating scene. One fan expressed their heartbreak online, saying, "I feel like I just watched my grandpa get murdered." Another lamented, "John Dutton has lived through so much and that's how he dies? Bruh." The narrative decision to kill John through an elaborate plot instead of a more direct confrontation also drew mixed reactions. Some fans praised the tension-filled flashback, while others found the timeline shifts confusing. "This jumping back and forth is confusing at times," one fan commented. Another added, "I think I would have rather not seen it happen. There was something more eerie about the opening." As the Duttons fought through the reality of the loss of their patriarch, Case, Luke Grimes, took action, urging the medical examiner to reclassify John's cause of death from suicide to homicide. This move reignited the family's determination to seek justice and expose the shadowy forces working against them. Beth, not one to back down as ever, began rallying allies to defend the Yellowstone Ranch. She turned to Thomas Rainwater, Gil Birmingham for support, strategizing on how to secure the family's legacy. Meanwhile, the new governor wasted no time trying to assert her authority, invoking eminent domain to seize the Dutton land, a move that escalated the conflict between the Dutton family and their political adversaries. And now, it is left to see what becomes of the family in this political war. With only a few episodes left in the series, John Dutton's shocking death has upended the power dynamics within Yellowstone. The Duttons' quest for justice promises to be both emotional and explosive as the family fights to preserve their way of life against overwhelming odds. The stage is set for a dramatic conclusion to the beloved series, but for many fans, the pain of losing John Dutton will linger long after the final credits roll. Sarah Atwood dies. Yellowstone delivered yet another jaw-dropping twist in Sunday's episode, leaving fans reeling after the brutal death of Sarah Atwood, played by Dawn Olivieri. The dramatic turn of events in Season 5, Episode 11, saw Sarah's life cut short by assassins from the same firm she had hired to kill John Dutton. Now, Olivieri is opening up about her character's unexpected demise and reflecting on her journey with the series as she moves on to her next big project. The episode revealed a crucial moment when Case Dutton, Luke Grimes, convinced the medical examiner to reclassify John Dutton's death from suicide to homicide. This revelation triggered a chain reaction, leading to Sarah's violent end. In a tense scene, she was ambushed by two strangers while on a phone call with Jamie Dutton, Wes Bentley. The confrontation turned fatal when one of the men recognized her and opened fire, delivering a shocking conclusion to the episode. Speaking with The Hollywood Reporter, Olivieri shared her thoughts on Sarah's death and her time on the hit series. "I always sort of know it's coming. We got what we all wanted. I think everyone is happy," she said. Reflecting on her role, she added, "I tend to play that character that you love to hate, and that character is always setting up the hero to win. And how does the hero win?" She elaborated on the process of filming her character's death, calling it an interesting journey. "Dying as an actor is really an interesting journey because I really try to go as deep as I possibly can, and I make it as real as I possibly can. A death for me just means a life somewhere else," Olivieri explained. Fans took to social media to share their reactions to the shocking scene. "That was an incredible episode of Yellowstone," Wow, what an insane ending, one viewer wrote. Another commented, I've got to give Yellowstone some credit. This season is getting good. Given the circumstances and the messiness of it all, they have done as good of a job as they can in the aftermath. Even though Kevin Costner officially parted ways with Yellowstone earlier this year, fans have begun speculating about a potential surprise return. Online chatter suggests that John Dutton's supposed death might not be as clear-cut as it seems. One theory, shared on Reddit, suggests that John is not dead, the hit was intercepted, and he is working to bring down the fixer who is hooking up with Jamie. Another fan pointed out the absence of Costner's face in the scene where John's body is found, speculating that the dead body was a double where the face was too badly injured to truly identify. While these ideas remain purely speculative, do you think the fans may have a point here? Is there a chance that we may get to see Costner in Yellowstone again? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section below.